Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am deep diving into the world of indie horror as I explore the 2022 film called Swallowed. A film that really is not an easy watch, and it ended up giving me all of these crazy amount of different emotions throughout the film. Everything from horrific, disgusting, feeling sick to absolutely tragic, and this film really came very close to bringing tears to my eyes, especially due to basically the tragedy that happens in this film. Really got to me. Now, first off, let's talk about Mark Patton, because he is in this film, and if you guys don't know who he is basically a horror icon. He's best known for his role in A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. His presence in Swallowed is undoubtedly one of the strongest selling points, and as a huge fan of the genre, I was beyond excited to see how he would deliver his unique brand of terror in this indie horror flick, because I haven't seen Mark Patton in any other films or any other horror films or anything, not since, Freddy's Revenge, so I was really interested and excited to see him in this. Now, in case you're wondering, Swallowed is directed by Carter Smith, who also brought us the chilling film The Ruins. Now, he has an eye for creating suspenseful and eerie atmospheres that make the viewers feel uncomfortable, and this film Swallowed is no exception. This film's cinematography, with its moody lighting and claustrophobic framing, perfectly sets the tone for the narrative, drawing the viewers into its unsettling world. This film is not just about scares, it's about desperation and survival. The characters involved, they are forced to confront their darkest fears in a desperate bid to stay alive, and Mark Patton's performance is instrumental in conveying this sense of desperation. He brings this level of emotional intensity to his character that is simply captivating. One of the most impressive aspects of his performance is the way he's able to convey a sense of vulnerability in one moment, even as his character is then doing some really truly terrible dark things. I mean, it is a full layered performance that keeps you hooked from start to finish, and that is not easy to do. Now, the whole plot of this movie revolves around two friends. You've got Benjamin, who is played by Cooper Kosh, who many of you will recognize from the Netflix TV show Monsters, the Mendez brothers killings thing. And then you've got Benjamin's friend Dom. Now, they end up finding themselves caught up in a deadly drug smuggling operation. What starts off as a quick job to make some easy, fast money quickly spirals out of control, forcing them into this horrible, nightmarish scenario where their very survival is at stake. The film really does a fantastic job of building tension and keeping it very real, and the narrative twists keep you guessing until the very end. I mean, Patton's character, a ruthless and manipulating figure, adds an extra layer of danger and unpredictability to the whole story. I mean, there are moments where I was just like, which way is he going to turn now? Because he's nice one minute and then he just goes all psycho. Now, during the scene early on in the film where Ben and Dom are forced to swallow these illegal substance ball things rather than pick up a package and take it over to the border, literally had my heart in my stomach, because Dom, he was basically under the impression that all he was doing is picking up a parcel, taking it over the border, dropping it off and getting his cash. But when it gets to the point where he can no longer back out of the situation and he is then forced to swallow these things before he goes over the border, shit starts getting very real from there onwards, and it just gets proper insane and mental. I mean, Ben and Dom, they end up in this situation that I wouldn't wish upon anyone, because you guessed it, things do not go to plan after Dom ends up being punched in the stomach before the drop-off, causing the things that is inside him to bust open, or I think maybe one of them sort of burst open, which of course sends Dom completely off his head, while Ben wants to, try and get his friend to a hospital, but the drug boss isn't going to let them go until the rest of those packages come out the other end. We see a lot of nudity in this film, full frontal nudity, and this includes penis erections. So for goodness sake, don't watch this film with your parents, especially don't watch it with your grandmother, for goodness sake. There are also some proper disgusting moments in terms of, I suppose, body horror that will make you feel sick and uncomfortable. One example, Ben is forced to put his whole hand and arm up Dom's ass and all the way up into the guts to, you know, fish out those little balls of parcels while being held at gunpoint. It's gross, it's horrible, it's disgusting, but it makes you think, what would you do in this situation? Would you rather stick your arm up your best friend's ass to get that shit, well, maybe not the right word, get those balls out of him with a chance of survival, or do you let him die on the ground and run the risk of the drugs boss shooting you down dead? It is very messed up, and this film will take you to some proper dark places when you watch it, and by the end of it, you will be brought very close to tears. If not, you will cry like a baby, just like I nearly was, because one of the most interesting aspects of Swallowed is the way it explores the theme of toxic masculinity. I mean, Patton's performance is a key part of this exploration. As the story reaches its climax, it's Patton's performance that really drives home the emotional impact of the narrative. Not only that, but also Cooper, oh my god, he literally broke my heart. I mean, it's a truly impressive thing to behold, as you know, the film navigates between these different balances and these different strengths and these different vulnerabilities, and at the core of it, it's just a really shit situation that these boys have found themselves in. Something else that I loved about this movie is the LGBTQ plus storyline. You have Ben, who is an open and out proud gay man who is also a porn star, and his best friend Dom, who is supposedly straight, but Dom ends up admitting to Benjamin in the film that he is actually in love with him. And of course, you've got Mark Patton, who might be playing this, drugs boss who's very unhinged, but he's also a queen. And there's this fantastic moment where he's chasing Benjamin through the woods and he delivers this awesome line. It was something along the lines of, "Get back, you bitch, you've messed with the wrong queen." It was something like that, and I just thought it was freaking brilliant. You can definitely tell that Mark Patton had an amazing time playing this role. The supporting cast in Swallowed also deserves a mention because each one of those actors bring their own unique flair to the roles, and it creates this rich tapestry of characters that adds depth to the whole story. Like, every single one of them has something to lose, including the drugs boss. And this sort of further elevates the film's suspense, and it just makes it all feel very, very raw. Nothing is sugarcoated in this movie, believe me, guys. You see items coming out of arseholes, you see fisting scenes, and you see a lot of nakedness. Yeah, you don't want to eat when you watch this movie. So as we get to the film's ending, it's clear that, Patton's performance is going to be the one thing that really sticks with viewers, because it really did with me. I mean, the key moment where he truly shines is both heartbreaking and terrifying, but it is a testament to his skill as an actor to be able to convey such a deep sense of trauma and desperation, but at the same time be absolutely flipping terrifying. Even as the credits roll, it will be Mark Patton's character and of course, Benjamin. They are performances that will resonate with everyone, and it is a very powerful reminder of just how talented both of these actors are. So whether if you're a fan of indie horror or just looking for something with great performances, then Swallowed is absolutely unmissable for you guys to see. Don't sleep on it. Don't let the gory, disgusting, vile things I've mentioned in this video put you off. Go and watch it. It is a must watch. I am going to give Swallowed a 8.5 out of 10. So then, what do you guys think of Mark Patton's performance in Swallowed? Were you able to get through the entirety of this movie? Let me know everything, guys, in the comments box below. I'm very eager to hear some of your thoughts on this movie. And also, guys, if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more movie reviews and horror content. Okay then, guys, that is a wrap. Thank you all for watching today. Until next time, stay spooky.